Okay. Hope we're live already. Usually we are a little bit live, live a little bit earlier than I expect. Last week I was actually counting to see how long it takes. It took a little bit, longer than I expected. Anyways, hello everyone. How's everyone doing? See a few viewers over here. Let's see if we get some people from the Discord as well. Put in a nice little announcement today. Let's see if more people come in. Ooh, what's up, Iron Rider? CFII Few. Merger got approved. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Finally, eh? Let's see if we're going to have some nice little price action going on in the next couple of weeks, because so far it's quite atrocious. But hey, I'm still holding this. I'm still holding this. And I'm likely holding to at least $20 per share, even if it's going to take me like freaking a year or 2 years or whatever it's going to take. But it's quite important to take into account that many of the plays that I'm currently doing are long-term plays as well, you know. Many plays I have in my portfolio, like CFII, so Few, CRISPR Technologies, eHang, Lemonade, what else? Teladoc a little bit as well, Ag Eagle, Upwork a little bit, Workhorse quite a bit. These are all long-term plays, right? So I can't really expect them to go up hundreds of percent in a very short amount of time. So yeah, that's definitely something to take into account. And yeah, the same with all these SPACs, you know. Sure, they can run up until the merger is approved, but many of these SPACs just don't really have any revenue for years and years to come. So usually many of those SPACs are a little bit a longer term play as well. How's everyone doing? How is everyone doing? We've got a few viewers over here right now. So today is going to be an interesting day. I'm going to do a nice little, what do you call this? A nice little update for my portfolio, a little bit like percentage wise, and also I'm going to talk about my business update, dollar wise or euro wise or whatever you want to call it. So you can see a little bit how my business is evolving, if you will. I'm just getting started, of course, but hey, it's probably fun to see a little bit how the business is evolving a little bit, and yeah, to see if I'm going to be able to stand on my own legs at some point in the future. Who do we have today in the chat? Let me know. Who are you today? What's up, guys? How are you doing? Doing good. That's good to know. Gijs van Reuzel. You're Dutch or you're Flemish? Actually, quite a lot of Dutch people in here, and quite a lot of Belgian people as well. It's funny. I think like my audience, we can actually take a look, right? Let's see. I think you're going to be able to see this as well. If you check out my audience, it's mostly from the United States. Let's actually go here. See, so most is from United States, like 50%, and then from Canada. I don't really know a lot of people from Canada, or like people don't really usually tell me they are from Canada, but yeah, apparently quite a lot of people from Canada watching as well. UK, Hong Kong is a big one. Netherlands as well, 3.4%. Yeah, the main driver is just the United States for sure. You have all these lower countries. I haven't really been looking at these countries for a while, but look at this, like Nigeria. What the hell? Actually, kind of funny. South Africa, Lebanon. Nothing from Costa Rica. What the hell? Germany, Belgium. Let's go. Cool. I lived in Brussels for 1 year. Lived in Brussels for a year. Hard week. Yeah, definitely a hard week. So my portfolio, of course, also took a big hit during this week. I mean, my portfolio is quite like high growth oriented. And of course I've got, well, crypto actually held up quite well, but my stock portfolio is very much growth oriented, and yeah, just took a major hit this week, but it's all fine. For me, it's just on for the long term. Again, just like I said in the beginning, it's quite important for investors to think about that, to sometimes take a little break. By the way, I actually wrote a small blog about that as well. Not sure if you have been able to check that out, but started writing a few like small blogs, weekly blogs on my website, nesami.com/blog. And every Saturday or every Sunday, I post a little something about the market and about like crypto and whatever pops into my mind, a little bit like business stuff as well. So yeah, you can maybe check that out. So again, I think if you're, especially if you are in the, what do you call it? If you are in high growth stocks, it is important to look at it from a long-term perspective and yeah, more or less see this as an opportunity. I actually put in a link to this video of Cathie Wood. She just posted this like 2 days ago or yesterday maybe even, and hope you're not listening to that. Let's see if we can pause that. Good. Stop, Cathie. Don't talk. So she was talking about the thing, the market going down, of course, and she was like, yeah, we actually like this. We think this is a gift. Usually Cathie Wood wants to have 15% compound annual growth rate on the stock she has. And she says, well, because of this, well, crash almost, we had the opportunity to plow in more money and to get a higher return on investment in the next couple of years. So that's actually a quite interesting perspective from her view, definitely. Let's see, let's go. What's up, Aitor? How are you doing in Gran Canaria? Todo bien? Germany. Let's go, Germany. I've been to Munich quite a lot. Not sure where you're from, but Munich is an interesting city. My ex-girlfriend lived there, and yeah, I've been there quite many times. What's up, Joe? CFII and STIC scare me a lot. Good morning from the States. Good morning, man. How early is it? Like 10 o'clock? Or, well, I'm not sure. Are you from the East Coast or the West Coast? Let's see. So CFII, yeah, it has been going down, of course, but yeah, of course, this is also a long-term play. And again, I've made multiple videos about this one, of course. You probably know a little bit of my opinion about CFII, about View. It is a long-term play, and I think many interests are aligned until we reach a dollar amount of $20 per share, because that is the point where the founder, the CEO is going to get a nice little earnout in shares, in stocks, and also the management team is going to get a nice little amount of shares as well. So I think I'm going to be investing or staying invested in CFII for yeah, at least until we hit $20 per share, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens with View. I'm looking forward to the next like earnings call of View and to see how they're going to progress in the next coming months, years ahead. So again, it's a long-term play, and if you believe in the company and if you believe in the CEO, then maybe this is an opportunity. But of course, that is not financial advisor, not financial advice. Sorry. STIC, yeah, this is a Bark, right? The pet thing. What is it again? I can't recall exactly, but I believe this was a Bark. So I can imagine you're a little bit scared because of these moves. But again, keep in mind, long term, that is the game of investing, especially if you are a long-term investor. If you're a swing trader, then that's definitely something different. How much are you down this 2 weeks? I'm not entirely sure because I don't really track my portfolios that much. I usually have a monthly update, just like we're going to do today. But yeah, definitely down a nice bunch. Yeah, I'm not honestly too sure with regards to like percentage-wise, because I usually focus on percentages instead of dollar amounts or euro amounts. I'm not sure, to be honest. It could definitely be like, I don't know, 20% maybe? I'm not sure. No idea. Did you buy the dip on Friday? I bought the dip on a few stocks this week and last week as well. If you, by the way, don't know, I have a Discord channel. If you go to nesami.com/Discord, there's a channel for you to join, a free Discord channel. And there's also a premium Discord channel, so that's nesami.com/member, and there you can become a premium Discord member, and there I share my alerts when I buy, when I sell, and some additional content, additional videos, additional research. I post all my research there as well, and there is a monthly trial, or a trial of 1 month. You can join it for free, check it out for 1 month, and then leave if you don't like it. See if I'll settle for 16. Yeah, Joe, I know. I know how you're feeling, but yeah. So again, long term. Okay, let's get into a little bit more juicy stuff. Well, not juicy, maybe. Just going to take a look at my portfolio. This is as of the 1st of March. So yeah, 1st of March of this year. I do this every month to just see where I'm at, more or less, how my portfolio is doing, like cash-wise, stock-wise, crypto-wise, and also just like ROI-wise. And yeah, just let's take a look. So in general, what I want to do is I want to focus on percentages. I don't really mind disclosing how much I have invested, but I think a lot of people are too focused on the actual dollar amounts, and they think that, yeah, having lots of money is good and having just a little bit is bad. I'm quite invested, especially if you look at my cash position. It's yeah, about 16% right now. I believe it's still around 16%. And this on the left-hand side is the update as of the 1st of February. And this is on the right-hand side, the 1st of March. So you can see February on the left, March on the right-hand side. And what you can see is that the cash position has been stable. I did actually increase my cash position dollar-wise or euro-wise, but yeah, with regards to percentages, it's still around 16%. And what is interesting to see is that my crypto portfolio has been going up, yeah, percentage-wise as well, because crypto has been holding up quite well compared to stocks, whereas stocks have gone down quite a bit, as you know. The crypto world has held up quite well and is actually rallying in the last couple of days. So let's see if we can hold that up. Would be quite nice to see. I'm just not, I haven't really, I did sell a little bit of my Polkadot position, I think 2 weeks ago, more or less, just to take some profits because of technical analysis. And of course, premium members were alerted. And I did take a little bit off, but that was the only thing that I took profits in crypto. So the rest of the things, I just let it grow. And I think the percentage-wise change mainly happened because of stocks going down and crypto staying more or less, yeah, almost flat or not down as much as stocks. So this is my allocation right now, 16% cash, 45% crypto, 39% stocks. And that is going to change over time. It already has changed. I think stocks, I'm not sure, maybe it's even a little bit lower because of the last week, of course, because again, this is as of March 1st, so about 1 week ago. Okay, let's go to the next tab over here. And let's actually just go to the March tab. That is more relevant right now. So 75% of my stock portfolio, this is just my stock portfolio, consists of long-term holds right now. So those are, yeah, the companies that I hold for the long term. We'll take a look at those in a second. Just 3% are companies I actually had plan to keep for longer term, but I'm actually going to sell out of. We'll take a look at those as well. And swing trades, 22%. I want to decrease the amount of swing trades that I have because I currently have, I think, 7. And I want to, yeah, bring that down to about like 3 swing trades more or less at the same time, but increase the dollar amount per swing trade. But yeah, in total, I don't mind having about like 20% of my portfolio in swing trades. So I like the current allocation there. This is my long-term portfolio as of, again, 1st of March. This has changed quite a bit. Well, quite a bit. It has changed a little bit since the 1st of March because some stocks went down quite a lot, especially like ALPP, Ag Eagle. Those went down quite a bit. I believe Lemonade right now is my biggest position. Talking is very difficult today. So yeah, there have been a few changes since the 1st of March, but again, this is since a week ago. So this was what my portfolio looked like, more or less. We had, how many stocks did we have? So I think about like 14, let's see, 3, 6, 9, 12, 14. Yeah, 14 stocks in the long-term hold portfolio. And yeah, I'm just going to stick with this allocation more or less. I'm trying to bump up SBE, so ChargePoint. That, of course, has changed its ticker symbol. I have already bought a little bit more this week during the dip, mainly because of technical analysis. And I think I've also bumped up, let's see, what else did I bump up? Not entirely too sure, actually. What else did I bump up? CRISPR? I think I bought a little bit more of CRISPR this week as well. And I sold out of my Zoom position. So yeah, that was one of the major changes I had this week. So that's my long-term hold portfolio. This is my long-term sell portfolio. So these stocks I held for the well, I thought I was going to hold for the long term, but yeah, it didn't turn out as that. These are very small positions percentage-wise. I'm not entirely sure how small percentage-wise, but it's like, yeah, what is it? Both stocks are probably 1.5% maybe? I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, relatively small positions. Luckily, because Galapagos GLPG has been going down a lot and is now trading below its cash position, and Hyliion is also down a lot. So these Hyliion is still my biggest mistake, my biggest mistake of the last year. So that's quite funny. And this is my swing trade portfolio as of the 1st of March as well. So these percentages are belonging to the swing trades. Okay, let's quickly go to crypto. This is my crypto portfolio as of the 1st of March, mostly in Bitcoin, so 2/3 in Bitcoin, and the rest is quite evenly distributed among the cryptocurrencies. I have Aave, Polkadot, Ethereum, and Chainlink as of right now. These are the ones I like most. So with regards to ROI, between the 1st of January and the 1st of March, this was the performance. The stocks were up 5.2%. And yeah, that of course has changed in the last week, so it's probably down right now. I'm not entirely sure how much down, but it's probably in the negative right now. A few percent in the negative, I would suggest. Crypto is probably also a little bit lower, but not as low as the stocks have gone. So yeah, but this was the performance as of the 1st of March. So of course happy with that. But these are a little bit affected. I see you have Tesla. Are you concerned it's now tied to how well Bitcoin is doing? No, not at all, actually. I mean, Bitcoin is just a small percentage of the market cap of Tesla. Sure, if you look at the cash position, I think it's around 8% of their cash position. But yeah, Tesla is what has a market cap of, let's actually pull up the chart. Let's see, Tesla. $573 billion in market cap, and they bought 1.5 billion in Bitcoin, which probably right now is around 2 billion more or less. So no, I'm not concerned at all. As you see, I've got quite a lot of money in Bitcoin myself, so I actually like that Tesla bought Bitcoin, but no, not concerned. Not concerned at all. And I honestly don't think Tesla is now downtrending because Bitcoin was going to go down, you know? I don't think that's related. I don't think so. Because, yeah, again, the percentage is just relatively small. Okay, let's see. Do we have anything else we want to talk about here? No, I don't think so. Let's go quickly to a business update. So this is a little business update, just euro-wise, how I have been doing in the last couple of months. This was in January, as the 1st of February and the 1st of March. So for the for Alpha Lingua, this is like my translation business agency. I'm currently still working as a translator to, of course, be able to pay my bills, because right now the Nesami branch is not paying enough for me to pay my rent, pay my bills, etc., etc. So for now, I'm still working as a translator. I think I do that about 10 hours per week, more or less, and the rest of my time I spend on the other business, so on the Nesami brand. So in February, I brought in a little bit less compared to January in translation revenue, and my YouTube revenue has gone up a little bit. I'll actually show you a little bit how that works. Let's pull it up. So let's actually go back to, how do we do that? Close here, revenue. So here you can see how that is going to, how that has been trending for the last couple of weeks, last couple of months almost. As you can see, in December, I started to become monetized on YouTube. I'm not sure if it's a little bit small for you to see. Let's actually zoom in a little bit so you can hopefully see it a little bit better. But yeah, as you can see, I started to become monetized in December, and January was 258 euros, and February that was 452 euros. So it's going to go up a little bit, so that's nice to see. Yeah, of course, that is still not enough to keep me alive, or at least not to be able to pay my bills, pay my rent. But at some point, probably somewhere in the end of this year, I'm kind of expecting that it will be enough, and then I'll be able to leave my translation business altogether. So that's pretty cool, of course. Okay, let's go back here. Yeah, my personal expenses was quite high this month, or in February, because I had to pay, oh my god, if you're in the Netherlands, I'm not sure how that is in Belgium, guys, but we have to pay like this water tax, and yeah, some other taxes as well, and I had to pay like 500 euros in water tax to keep water clean and stuff like that. So Pretty insane how that works, but yeah, whatever. I'll pay it, whatever. And 161 in business expenses, so a net loss in February, but that's all right, Do you think the market cap of Tesla can be maintained? Yes, I do think so. I think Tesla is actually undervalued, especially if you look at the long-term performance of Tesla. I think Tesla is misunderstood by quite a lot of people. I think many people just look at Tesla as a car company, while they're going to be so much more than a car company. They're, of course, also an energy company. They're going to be in the car insurance, I'm pretty sure. They're going to have robo-taxi networks, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the full autonomous driving is going to be hot. I think the autonomous cars are going to be very important for Tesla, and they are just miles ahead of all the other companies. So I'm very bullish still on Tesla. And I definitely think this can go to trillions of dollars in market cap in like 5+ years. I wouldn't be surprised if in like 2030, this is like a $3 trillion company. I would not be surprised. Okay, let's see. I can follow the metrics for TPGY, but isn't it hard to see the value in Tesla? I don't think so. Yeah, again, the problem is it's quite difficult because you do need to take into account we're looking at things in the future, right? We're not looking at the performance of Tesla as of now. You're not looking at Tesla's revenue and saying, oh, okay, well, based on the current amount of revenue Tesla has, the market cap is good. No. If you look at the current performance, yeah, sure, it's overvalued. But if you take into account the future perspective of Tesla, I definitely think the value in Tesla is going to be clear. And I think Cathie Wood is going to have an updated price target on Tesla within a few weeks. So that's going to be very interesting to see. Thanks for sharing your income. Very insightful. Thank you, guys. Hi, man. What's up, Young? How are you doing? What were your thoughts about last week's SPAC crash? Yeah, well, it's not just the SPAC crash, of course, because the entire market went down. And we saw a move from high risk to low risk. We saw a move from, well, for example, from triple Qs, from NASDAQ, from SPACs, from high growth stocks. So basically my entire portfolio, we saw a risk from those stocks to the safer plays, the dividend plays, the value plays, the bonds as well. You can take a look, for example, let's take a look at, for example, the difference between NASDAQ. We had a nice little downwards move in the last couple of weeks. So from the 16th of February until like the 4th of March, we had a nice little 10+% move. But if you look at, well, SPY already had, no, let's actually take a look at Dow Jones. Yeah, Dow Jones just went sideways. This is just well, pretty much a value ETF, more or less, right? And this just went sideways for the last couple of weeks. This started at the 16th of February. So let's see where the 16th, yeah, it's right here. So it basically went sideways in the last couple of weeks, whereas the NASDAQ has been selling off quite a bit. So you see money flowing from triple Qs, from NASDAQ into Dow Jones, and also into bonds. This is one of the tickers you can follow for bonds, the TNX. This is the 10-year Treasury yield. This has been going up quite hefty in the last couple of weeks. We've been seeing since like actually at the end of January, we already saw this almost like vertical move to the upside, and now we broke a nice little resistance level at 150. We seem to be going above that, but I do kind of think we're going to see a nice little correction at some point in the future, because I kind of think that we're going to see some well, what do you call in technical analysis, a bearish divergence, which happens when the price action is making higher highs. So here we have a high over here, and it's going to turn into a higher high in the future. Whereas if you take a look at the RSI, so the relative strength index, we're making a high over here and probably a lower high over here. It's not confirmed just yet, but it's probably going to happen if I had to guess. And usually what happens then is a nice little bearish divergence, and that usually is a sign for a nice little correction. You can also see that we have a lot of divergence between price action and this white line over here, which is the 55 EMA, 55 exponential moving average. And usually, as we can see over here, price action remains quite closely to that white line, but now it has started to diverge quite a bit from that white line. So I kind of think we're due for a pullback. So that would mean that, yeah, value goes down, safe plays go down, and hopefully tech and risk plays go back up a little bit. Hope that makes sense. So yeah, just back to your question, Young. What do you think about the SPAC crash? I think it's related to this whole movement from Nasdaq, from risk into safe. So I don't think it's just SPACs, but I will say that we could see SPACs becoming less relevant over time. I think 2020 was like the most hyped up year for SPACs, and we might see, yeah, I think we're going to see less importance on SPACs that don't really have any revenue for the next couple of years, and people are going to be a little bit more picky. They're going to look at stocks like SPACs like, well, for example, TPGY, ChargePoint. What else? Do we have anything else in here? Yeah, maybe Hyliion, I'm not sure. Maybe Romeo, I'm not sure. But these companies already have some kind of revenue. They don't really have to wait multiple years like NPA, like AST Space Mobile, or some other company. BFT is a very safe play as well, in my opinion. But yeah, there are some SPACs out there that just don't really have any revenue for the next coming years. So those might become less relevant over time, is my personal opinion. And apart from that, I think it could be an opportunity to pick up some SPACs you like and some SPACs that might be a little bit safer, just like ChargePoint, like EVBox, like maybe BFT, so PaySafe as well. I think those are relatively safe plays compared to the other SPACs. And I think that we have some opportunities right now. I think TPGY is still a beautiful opportunity. I'm still bullish on this. The chart doesn't look beautiful, of course, but I'm still bullish on that. And same for Switchback, but of course it just had its merger. And usually what you see as of analyzed in one of my videos, is that in the next like month after a merger, the stock usually goes down a little bit. Yeah, then we have a nice little move back to the upside. But I do think I would see this as an opportunity, and I bought a little bit myself as well during this week. Okay, let's see, what else do we have? Good luck. Hopefully you'll be able to quit your day job sooner. Yeah, that would be awesome, Joe. That would be awesome. But, you know, it's just like 10 hours per week. I don't really mind it, but I would like to be able to live off entirely of my YouTube business and Discord business and course business. I'm probably actually going to release a technical analysis course soon to see if I'm going to be able to get any money from that. No water tax here. Move to Ghent. Yeah, Ghent's a beautiful place, by the way. Been there a few times, but very beautiful. In my opinion, there were a lot of shorts taken on SPACs. Thereby a lot of stop losses were triggered with some panic selling. I was shocked to see NGA and ACTC at 13, TPGY at 15. Yeah, so I'm not entirely sure if those were shorts. Honestly, I really don't know. I don't know. I think, yes, there were a lot of stop loss hit. What? A lot of stop losses hit. Sorry. That definitely, I would believe. I would definitely believe in that. Some panic selling, yes, I also think that was the case. And shocked to see NGA. I actually don't really know what. And yeah, it's a Lion Electric, right? But yeah, I think this was one of the safer plays as well, if I'm not mistaken. Apparently, my midpoint valuation for that was $19 per share. So yeah, could be an opportunity. And ACTC, that's Proterra, if I'm not mistaken. My boy Mark Hake wrote a nice article about Proterra, so that could also maybe be an opportunity if that still is a solid play. But yeah, I do agree that stop losses were hit and panic selling was going on. Go Kathy, for sure, for sure. What's up, Kabir? How you doing, man? Hi from the Netherlands. What's up, Michael? No interest in the PSTH. My lord. So I don't think they have a... Whoa, they had a nice little Friday. What the hell? What happened there? Oh my lord, what happened there? Let's see. 5th of March, that was right over here. Ah, they had a really good day on Friday, eh? That's interesting to see. So I believe they don't have a target yet, right? And I usually don't do SPACs without targets. I know it's a Bill Ackman play. Yeah, if you're just doing it for Bill Ackman, sure. I mean, it can be too hard. It can be too horrible to get into this. And of course, this has a different bottom compared to other SPACs of $20 per share instead of $10 per share. Yeah, I just don't really get into SPACs without knowing who they merge with and at what price they merge with. Just like CCIV, I didn't get into that one. Also because it was just getting so high. People were like, yeah, this is going to go to $100 per share for sure. And yeah, then the investor presentation came out and I was like, nope, this is more like a $40 play, more or less. So definitely no $100 play. So yeah, I'm not in PSTH. If you know Bill Ackman a lot, then sure, maybe do that. What's up, Allison? How you doing? CLII for a month. All it does is dip. Yeah, well, again, I think it just joins the entire market and the entire SPAC market. I cannot possibly buy another dip. How long will these dips last? So, of course, the lame answer, but the honest answer is no one knows. But again, I think EVgo is also a safer play. And I think also this could be considered to be an opportunity instead of a risk. And again, keep in mind that many of these SPACs are long-term plays. It doesn't really matter, or it shouldn't really matter, what happens in a few weeks, in a few months. Sure, it's very annoying to see your portfolio go down, like, what has this been, like 40%? That's like super horrible, of course, but I'm pretty sure that if you look at your portfolio in 5 years' time, the stock will likely have gone up considerably. So I wouldn't be too worried about it myself. But yeah, that's just my personal opinion. All it does is dip. Yeah, again, the entire market is dipping. So how long will these dips last? Again, difficult to say. This could see some more hype coming in the next coming weeks, maybe, when the market is going to go back to a little bit more of a risk instead of going into safer plays, going into Dow Jones plays, going into 10-year treasury yields. Maybe those go back to the riskier plays like SPACs, and this could see some more upside, of course. But I also can imagine that CLI is a little bit trading together with companies, stocks, SPACs like well, ChargePoint right now, SCHPT. I still need to get used a little bit to the new ticker. But I kind of think that CLII is also going to be trading together with TPGY, with CHPT. So yeah, you can actually, if you're on TradingView, there's a very nice function. If you take off these, let's actually bring up a line chart and let's just pull up ChargePoint. So you can now compare, where's the stock? That's just calculating, or there you go. So as you can see, it is trading relatively, yeah, together with ChargePoint and probably also with TPGY. I'm not sure if I can add TPGY as well. I've never put multiple lines in. Yeah, you can. Cool. That's cool. So the light blue line is TPGY, dark blue is CLII, and orange is ChargePoint. And as you can see, they all go up at the same time, more or less, and they all go down at the same time, more or less. So all of these EV charging specs are relatively, yeah, are going down at the same time and up at the same time. Okay, let's bring back that. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. Let's bring back my moving average and my indicators. Good. With the many SPACs on the market, private companies can choose between SPACs and let them compete against each other for the best deal for themselves. Yeah, I kind of think you're right, Michael. I definitely think you're right. Short interest gained on NGA from 18% to 60%, really. Well, that's pretty shocking to see. It's actually shocking to see. Okay, that's, yeah. I mean, it's already, well, $16. Yeah, could go lower, of course, but can't remember if they had a lot of revenue already. Maybe you can very briefly look into it, because we don't really have that many people anyways today. So and I'm also going to make this a little bit what do you call it, a little bit less long today, because I'm going to do a Twitch stream later on. Going to play some poker. That's going to be fun for sure on Twitch. So yeah, if you want to hang out with me later on, then that would be cool. So yeah, NGA Lion Electric has already sold some vehicles. Revenue, they had some revenue, 29 million in revenue, but of course not that much just yet. In 2021, they expect to bring in $204 million in revenue. If they do manage to do that, then I do think that NGA is a pretty good play still. What was their enterprise value again? I can't recall. See if we can find that. Yeah, so over here, equity value. Yeah, so it's 2 billion in equity value. So right now the market cap is probably like, what is it? It's $16 now. So like 3.2 billion more or less. 3.2 billion. If you put that against the 2021 revenue, that's a price to sales ratio of 16:1. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's not bad, but I'm not sure if this expects a 60% short interest, but hey, it'd be a nice short squeeze, eh? NBAC might be interesting. Merger day coming soon. Yeah, that's a Nuvi, right? Still haven't looked into Nuvi, but I know my man Mark Haig has. He wrote multiple articles about that one, and it was actually going up very nicely until we saw that beautiful, well, beautiful, horrible correction, of course. We had this beautiful move over here, basically stayed above this trend and then broke below and came back down. Yeah, I think Nuvi is a good play as well. I think, I'm not entirely sure, but I think the target is not too bad. I didn't do the calculations myself just yet, but I think my man Mark Haig did a nice valuation article for that. Let's go through this very quickly, see if we can find the numbers we want to have. Let's see. So the enterprise value is actually very small. That's funny. So 200 million in market cap, and that right now is going to be about 25% more. So that's about $250 million in market cap. 250 million, and revenue wise, let's see, projections, 32 million, yeah, right, yeah, 32 million for 2021, which would mean a price to sales ratio of about 8:1, which is not bad, yeah, I think Nuvi is actually a pretty good deal right now as well. Good deal. I wouldn't mind. Question is, are they going to be able to scale up this quickly, you know, because these projection numbers are relatively high, especially if you have $5 to $6 million in revenue in 2020 and then expect to go like 6x in 1 year and then 3x in another year. I don't know, but yeah, hey, could maybe be an opportunity. Sorry, my throat is a little bit dry. Actually, I had a very short night, so I'm not sure if I'm very sharp today. Not even the best day to do a live stream, but hey, whatever. Let's see. Also on TPGY, 12% to 22%. 22%. Oh, the short interest? Okay, cool. What's your average on TPGY? My average cost? Not sure, to be honest with you. It's probably around like $22, $23 maybe. I believe I got in relatively early. I think I got in like maybe even on the same day when it dipped down to like 24-ish. I'm honestly not sure. But I do remember buying in also at around 21 on this candlestick over here, on this day over here, I think. And I added a little bit just a week ago when I sold a little bit of my ALPP. And I put that into TPGY instead. Well, it was probably around 23. So I think my average buy-in is around $23 more or less, I think. I want to check your post-flop skills, man. Yeah. Yeah, let's talk later on the Twitch stream, because I've been playing quite a lot of poker in my past, but I just haven't played seriously for about more than 1 year. But yeah, I have been playing quite a lot of tournament poker. I've played relatively, like, not professionally, but, well, it was just for fun. But yeah, I played a lot. Let's keep it at that. You can look me up later on the Shark Scope when you see my name, my screen name. Hey, can you do BFT? What's up, Steven? Yeah, so pay safe. This is still in my swing trade portfolio as well. I think this is one of the most safe specs out there because, yeah, because they already have quite a lot of revenue. Let's actually pull it up. BFT. Pay safe. Boom. So with regards to the chart, we can see that it was trading within this symmetrical triangle. And I probably actually should have sold out because of technical analysis, but I was like, yeah, let's just wait until we get the merger. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should have just taken a little bit of profits on my swing trade. Might have been a better play, but again, I think this is one of the safer plays out there because they do already have... No, this is not the one I need. EFT. Okay. Because they do, of course, already have quite some revenue. The quality of this investor presentation is very low on the SEC website. Enterprise value is 9 billion, and well, equity value is lower than that because they have $1.8 billion in debt. So yeah, enterprise value 9 billion. They're up at $15. So equity value right now is about 11 billion. Okay. Let's see where the revenue is, because they already have quite a lot of revenue, right? Bam. Is this it? Volume, organic revenue? I think so, right? Yeah, I think so. So I believe this is the revenue part, and as you can see in 2020 they already had 1.4 billion in revenue, so that gives for a nice price to sales ratio, I would say. And yeah, I think that's still an opportunity. My valuation video said it was around like $20 per share, more or less. I think like $21, something like that. Let's see if we can find the other sustainable life. Oh, yeah, exactly. So these were the multiples we were looking at for other companies, and I believe PaySafe's multiple was like, well, like 12x or something. I'm not sure if we can actually see that in the investor presentation, but I believe the median multiple was like 25x or maybe even 30x, and their own multiple was yeah, 14x, I think. 14x. So yeah, I think it's an opportunity still. And again, one of the safer specs. Did you add positions last week? Yes, I did. I added a little bit to my strongest conviction stocks. The Discord premium members were updated about that. Again, yeah, I don't want to make this too salesy, but of course, if you want to join the premium Discord membership, you can go to nesami.com/member and become a member for free during 1 month, and after that it is paid. But I do share my alerts, and I share my research, and I share some additional content. What's up, Juho? How's the weather in Finland? Is it like super cold over there? Heard about XL Fleet short report? Maybe, but I can't remember. Was that Citron Research or another one? XL Fleet short seller. Let's see who that was. Not in here, I think. Do we know the name of the short seller? Whatever, it doesn't really matter. I think I heard about it. Muddy Waters. I think I heard about it. Muddy Waters, by the way. I think I just saw them in a Netflix show. It's called the China Hustle, I think. I think it's called The China Hustle. It's actually an interesting movie to watch, especially if you're into SPACs and if you want to know a little bit more about short selling. Then I could recommend you the movie The China Hustle. They talk a little bit about SPACs and Chinese companies being a rip-off. And I think Muddy Waters is also in that. So yeah, again, I think I heard about it, but I don't really know the details of XL Fleet's short seller report. But yeah, it's definitely going down, right? It's definitely going down. I remember making a valuation video for this, and my valuation video was very bearish, and I got a lot of, well, people didn't like it, let's put it at that. But I believe it's actually right at that point where I said, or where the valuation video was more or less. So yeah, unfortunate though, it's very unfortunate. I do think that this probably will go back up at some point, but I'm not sure how horrible the details were of that short seller report. I didn't read it. I think there's a strong resistance at this point though, $18.75 more or less. So yeah, let's see if we can go back to that point at some point in the future. Let's see if we can do that. Oh my god, I got alerts, or, well, alerts. I've got these very interesting things on my screen. I actually put these on my screen because I was going to go on Twitch. Look at this. I freaking zombie going on the screen. I wanted to do a few alerts for Twitch, and yeah, apparently now these are also on my YouTube channel instead of just Twitch, but whatever. It's funny, it's funny. Might be an opportunity if it does not turn out to be like Nicola. Yeah. Yeah, let's actually take a look, right? Excel. So I think this... What the hell? Why does it... Oh, wait. Where's the freaking... let's do this differently. I want the investor presentation. Oh boy. Man, I've been listening to this song for like 1 hour straight. I don't know why, but it kind of like mesmerizes me. Trampoline by Shade. I was listening to this like at 1.88x speed, and I listened to it like for 1.5 hours. I don't know, it's super weird. Anyways, let's go here. What app are you using? For this, I use TradingView. If you want to use TradingView, by the way, you can well, use my let's actually do that. Whatever. Bird friends. Come on, load faster. There you go. So I'm using TradingView. This is my referral link. It's a referral link. It's a referral link. As you can see, you and your friends, so you, hopefully, are you friends? I don't know. All get up to $30 each after they upgrade to a paid plan. So this can be just a free basic channel. You can you just use a basic account, and you're going to have quite a lot of indicators already. But if you ever upgrade to a premium account or a pro account, then we can both get up to $30 per person. So yeah, keep in mind it's a referral link. But yeah, that's the channel that, or that's the app that I'm using for this. Very useful. But again, I think the basic premium. Oh Jesus, I'm just very not sharp today. I think the basic version, the free version, is already fine for most beginners. Anyway, I was going to look at videos. And I was going to look at XL. Enter. And then we had this video over here. Yeah, people didn't like it, of course, because I put out a low target for this. I'm not even sure where the targets were. Let's see. Yeah, so targets were actually around like $11 to $13, more or less. Let's go to the investor presentation, which should be this one. Weather is fine, just -8 degrees, so it's not even cold. Come on, man. Snow is starting to melt and the sun's so slippery, though. That's awesome, that's awesome. -8. I mean, well, I hope you're joking, but what is cold for you? I really wonder. What is cold? I mean, -8 for me is already quite cold, I can tell you that much. What I wanted to look at is the revenue they bring in. I'm not entirely sure if they already have some revenue or not. Financials. Okay, so they already had some revenue. They do expect to scale up quickly. This is just usually the problem that I have with companies like this one. I mean, sure, they have currently a little bit of revenue, but then they scale up like 3x in 1 year, or 3x in 1 year, 3x in 2x and 2.5x in 1 year, 2x in 1 year. It would be awesome if they get to this point, to $1.4 billion in revenue in 2024. And if they do, then the current price is probably an opportunity for sure. But yeah, in 2021, they're going to have $75 million in revenue expected, of course, and their equity value, so their market cap, at $10 per share is 1.4 billion. So with a price of 11.17, it's probably around like 1.5, 1.6 right now. Yeah, 1.6 more or less, right? So with $1.6 billion in revenue, or sorry, $1.6 billion in market cap and a revenue of 75, what is that? 1,600 divided by 75. So yeah, it's the price to sales ratio of 21, more or less. Yeah, it's okay-ish, you know, it's okay-ish. But I think there are better deals out there. Thank you, thanks. Could you talk about the stimulus and how that might affect tomorrow's market? Yeah, so we actually had a discussion about, let's actually pull it up. And we pull it up over here. So yeah, I'll just pull it up. Let's see. So someone was asking me or us the same thing, and let's see. So this guy asked if we were going to have a bull run or a bear run the next coming week, and if I thought the stimulus is priced in or not. And I think Hilke put it very nicely. I think he said, like, you know, stimulus is probably priced in to some extent. You know, the amount of certainty depends or determines the volatility in the market, I would say. What that basically means is there was uncertainty about the stimulus, but it was probably around like 90% sure that it was going to be passed anyways. So if it's already 90% sure that it is going to be passed, then investors are going to start to price in that amount of stimulus. Okay, so I kind of think that it's mostly already priced in, but I do think we could see some more upside because right now we have 100, well, not 100%, because I think the House still needs to approve it again, but I think we're almost like 99% sure that it is going to happen, and I would expect the market to react a little bit positively to that. So yeah, I could imagine that we are going to see the market going up a little bit because there is more certainty now in the markets. And yeah, futures are not open just yet, of course. I'm not sure when they open, actually. Don't know actually at what time they open, but probably like in what is it, 5 hours, 4 hours, I don't know. Did you exit APXT? Did I exit APXT? Did I ever have that? Honestly, don't even know if I actually had APXT 8 point. I mean, I talked about it quite a bit, but did I actually have a position in this one? I don't think I had, actually. I'm not entirely sure. I can't even remember. I had so many SPACs that I traded in and out of. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure, but I don't have a position in APXT right now. And I kind of think I didn't have a position to start out with. anyways. XL Fleet. What's up, Scott? Selfly just signed a big contract to install 1,000 charging stations in New York City. Really cool. That's cool. Yeah, 1,000 is fine, of course. Definitely if you start out in a big city like New York. That's pretty cool. That could lead to a nice little uptick. But was that announced on Friday or like after markets or what? But again, 1,000 charging stations. I mean, it's fine, of course. But if you look at EVBox and ChargePoint, they have like 200,000 charging stations, right? So it's quite a big difference. -8 is totally fine this part of the year after a long winter. Cold as anything, -15 plus. It's very windy. All about clothing. Yeah, holy shit. Yeah, I get that. But my God, I just don't like the cold, you know. I've lived in Spain multiple times. I was studying there. I was working there. I had 2 Spanish girlfriends, and I just love being in Spain. The worst thing about this whole like COVID situation is that I'm not able to travel, that I'm not able to go to the south of Spain to enjoy the sun, you know. So I really enjoy the sun, and I don't want to be in a situation where it's like -8 or -15 plus. But hey, I hope you do enjoy it. XL Fleet may be a good candidate for a takeover. Yeah, that's a good point for sure. I'm actually not sure what kind of charging stations they provide. If it's what do you call it, level 2 or level 3 charging, like a small, like, what do you call it, fast charging or slow charging. Let's actually see if we can find some. Can't see a picture. XL Fleet charging stations. Images. Okay. It's probably slow charging. Yeah, could definitely be a candidate for a takeover. I mean, for example, if you look at ChargePoint, they are looking at candidates for takeovers for sure. They were talking about, or they were in the investor presentation, they were talking about using the money to potentially acquire another company. So hey, maybe Excel Fleet could be a nice opportunity for them, for sure. Excel just did a nice agreement for charging stations. Yeah. Scott said the same thing. That's pretty cool. Based on the business model, which one is better, GIK, Canoe, or Excel Fleet? I have a GIK as it's undervalued, but others are attractive now too. So I think those are very different companies, or well, not very different companies, of course, but like this is a Lightning eMotors, right? GIK. And yeah, this is more like the kind of like trucks. I think Canoe is way more future oriented, like these very modern looking cars that are going to be optimized for autonomous driving. And Excel Fleet is a little bit of everything, I would suggest. Just like we saw in the investment presentation, multiple kinds of vehicles, charging stations as well. But yeah, business model wise, I think Canoe is the most risky play. And what would be the safest play? Not sure if Lightning eMotors is safer compared to Excel Fleet. Kind of think that the target of Lightning eMotors is higher. I think GIK is more undervalued compared to Excel Fleet, if I'm going to be honest with you. Of course, that's not financial advice, but that is kind of my opinion. So I think it's the safest play, but business model wise, yeah, I'm not sure. I would probably say GIK or Excel Fleet. And if you're like into long-term investing a lot, if you're willing to wait 5+ years for Canoe, then that could be an opportunity, but they have way more to prove compared to Lightning and compared to Excel Fleet. So if you want a little bit more of a stable company, then I would go for one of those two. If you want high risk, high rewards, then Canoe could be an opportunity. But yeah, again, I think, what is it, GoEV, right? Yeah, I think it's the riskier one. And yeah, again, business model wise, I'm not entirely sure, but probably GIK. I think GIK 1, Excel Fleet 2, Canoe 3. What stocks do you have in your portfolio? We actually took a look-see daisy at that in the beginning of this live stream. If you want to go back there, you can have a full breakdown. You can see all the stocks that I had, but yeah, I can very briefly show it to you. Let's see, stocks. So this is my long-term portfolio. You can maybe pause the live stream for a second. This is my current, well, just a very small few swing trades. No, not swing trades, long-term sells. I thought I was going to hold these for longer, but these are now companies I want to sell out of, but very small positions compared to my longer-term holds. And these are my swing trades. And also these are relatively lower positions compared to the long-term holds. By the way, I'm probably going to end this live stream in about like 5 minutes because I do need to, have dinner. Need to have dinner. I'm probably even going to grab a Red Bull because I'm probably going to need it, to be honest with you, because I am going to do a live stream later on. I'm going to do the live stream, by the way, in 1 hour. So right now here it's 7 o'clock p.m. and in 1 hour at 8 o'clock p.m. my time, then I think that I'm going to do the live stream. What is your most bullish stock right now? Oof, like the entire stock portfolio? Yeah. Well, it depends on how you look at it, right? I mean, the most bullish stock. How do you look at it? If you don't want to know which one I think I'm going to get most of my money out of, like the highest reward, highest like return on investment. Maybe TPGY. I think this is still way undervalued, and I think this still deserves quite some upside. I think the drone stocks could definitely be still an opportunity as well. Ag Eagle has already been a very nice stock for me, but yeah, of course now had a major sell-off. Same thing for ALPP. At the top, I actually had a an ROI of like 1800%. Because I bought in at like 44 cents and I held it almost all the way to the top, and then I sold a portion. So I think drone stocks could definitely be a very nice play in the next coming years. Like the most bullish stock, Yeah, maybe TPGY. I mean, just business model wise, I'm probably most bullish about Tesla, right? I think that's just the most awesome stock to have. Just yeah, just the cars they make, the mindset they have, the other products they're going to bring in, like autonomous driving is going to be awesome. I'm going to love the robotaxi network. I'm pretty sure about that. So I'm yeah, probably most bullish as a company about Tesla. That's my highest conviction stock, I would say. Like percentage wise, then yeah, percentage wise, I think I'm rather more inclined to go for either a drone stock or maybe a company like TPTY. Okay, let's try to wrap it up. Let's do some quick answers. Kramer likes more. Kramer likes Canoe more. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, Kramer likes many stocks, but I'm not sure. He probably is more of a long-term investor as well. What do you think about Workhorse? It's interesting. I was actually making a video for the premium Discord members today, and I was talking about this one, and I was like, I'm not sure if this is an opportunity or not, because they didn't get the contract of the USPS, and that is very unfortunate. Kathy Wood is still very bullish about it because she keeps buying the dip. She keeps buying the dip, and I actually think that I could add a little bit to my stock, to my holding as well, to my position as well, because it's one of the lowest, one of the smallest position I have right now, and I do think it is a very nice stock to have because of the combination of EVs plus drones. And I think they are one of the, well, pretty much the only company that does that integrates drones within their vehicles for package delivery. So I'm really bullish about that. But yeah, the thing is, they of course do need contracts, right? If no one is going to hire them, or if no one is going to get their vehicles, then that's an issue. If they would have had the contract of USPS, man, that would have been a beautiful, beautiful stock to have right now. Do you invest capital every month? No, I don't really, Kwame. I don't really do that because my current situation is very unstable, and I just don't know how much money I bring in every month. Because yeah, translation revenue is relatively straightforward, but like YouTube revenue is not very straightforward at all. And let's see what else. So I don't really have a recurring stream of revenue. Plus, if we go back to if we go back to this February, let's go back to March business. As you can see, I'm not really bringing in a lot of money at the moment. February was actually a negative month, so I don't really have a lot of money to spend right now. I just have my portfolio, and my cash position stays more or less the same every month, and I'm not in the position right now to add more to my positions, if that makes sense. Okay, let's see. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. Thank you, Joe. Thank you. Thoughts on Nano Dimension. That's going to be the last question I'm going to answer, and then I'm going to have dinner and prepare myself for the Twitch live stream. So I think long term this is also a fine play, and I would see this as an opportunity as well. Let's see if we can have some technical analysis. I think this is a major floor to look after, $6 more or less, because of resistance over here, support, support, support. So this is a pretty major level. And you also have a little bit of support over here because of this top in place, and that actually closed just right above that point. So I kind of think that it's actually a nice moment to start accumulating shares. Maybe you want to wait a little bit longer, but it's not a bad moment, I would say. But that's not financial advice, of course. And so yeah, earnings soon. Yeah. I don't know if they're going to bring in a lot of revenue right now, so I'm not sure what they're going to talk about in the earnings call. But again, I think long term, if you're a long term investor, it's a fine play. Out of curiosity, what languages do you teach? I don't teach. Did I say teach? Translate. Yeah, I translate from English into Dutch mostly, but I also speak Spanish. So I've been living in Brussels for a year, and I did translation or interpretation from Spanish into Dutch, Dutch into Spanish, and English into Dutch. So those are my main languages. Cool. Okay, let's actually give you the link. If you want to hang out later on in about 1 hour, so In 54 minutes, I'm going to go live on Twitch. Play some poker if you want to join. This is the link, and you can check it out. Last week I did a little test stream just to see how everything works. It's just going to be a little bit amateur, probably, but hey, whatever. Just going to have a little bit of fun, and to see if more people join me, and yeah, then we can see if I still know how to play poker. That's going to be fun. So if you want to join, please come back later in 1 hour time. Then you can see how I play poker. If you're a poker player yourself, if you want to see me play post-flop iToro, then that could be a nice thing for sure. Okay, with that being said, thank you very much for being here. Again, it's awesome that people like you are, what do you call this? People like you are actually turning up for this live stream. It's awesome that you want to share your time with me, so I really appreciate that. Yeah, if you want to join the Discord, again, it's free for you to join. There's also a premium membership, but there is a free channel to join as well. If you go to nesami.com/discord, you can just join for free. Talk a little bit more with me offline. Well, online actually, but you know what I mean. Not just on YouTube, but also on Discord. So you can definitely go there to hang out a little bit more. Okay, that will be all for now. Have a beautiful day ahead. If you're just starting out your day, have a beautiful day ahead. Else, just have a beautiful evening. Muy bien. Espero que sí. Exactamente. Muy bien. Buenas noches, buen día. Y nos vemos. See you. Bye-bye.